Yeah. And so what it does is it creates a spike in the audio, and then you just time the audio up.
So do you need to do another one now without me asking what the fuck you're doing?
No. We're good, dog.
All right.
All that's just going to be...
This ain't my fucking first time, bro.
No.
This ain't goddamn amateur hour, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Fucking crap.
I'm here for it.
Yo, real quick, if y'all know of anybody that wants to, like, fucking... I'll pay them, dog, to come control this fucking board for us.
Like I was just telling him, I don't know anybody.
What kind of skills do they need?
As long as they're not retarded, dog, I think we're good, bro.
Yeah.
Even that, I feel like that's asking a bit much.
No, because all you got to do is be able
sure.
to mute a can you fucking hit that button and make it bright red instead of low red and undo it?
My dumbass.
That's really about it, dog.
My dumbass, I'd actually accidentally leave it.
I mean, what would they need to do necessarily?
Sit here and listen to us talk.
I know, but like, what's the point of the board? Yeah, I mean, if we're rolling, I mean, what's
in case something happens where we have to mute a mic or something like that? Mute a mic.
It's like a cough button.
Yeah. If we have to call somebody in for whatever reason, like plug into it and call the person.
I got you. I'm with you.
It's pretty simple shit, dog, to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, I think Helen Keller could probably do it.
Well, they say she flew a plane, which I think is bullshit.
No way. I've never read that.
Yeah, no, they said that. They said that.
And I knew it was bullshit the moment I saw it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the whole gig is bullshit. I think that lady that was her caretaker, like, definitely took advantage of her. And I think capitalized on it. Because I mean, if you can't see, you can't hear, and you can't talk, there's no way you can learn to read and write. That's like all your senses. You know,
can you imagine her doing the national anthem of the game?
Have you seen that fucking
the video of fucking Keanu Reeves? And he's like, and he was doing some scene for Neo as an outtake. And he was like, and he was like Helen Keller doing the national anthem at the Yankees game. And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's rough. That is rough.
I got to intro this in.
I was about to say,
we got to intro this again.
No, I'm leaving all this in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Double D and G Spot Unprofessional Movie Breakdown. Movie review. Damn, dog. Fucking up. I'm here with a couple cool niggas. I'm Darion. I got Danny Dimes. I got G Spot Garrett. Also, creator of the G Spot Medical Hour, which we'll have because we have something we have to ask
I was surprised. I was surprised. I didn't expect there to be anything, but as soon as I saw it, I was excited.
And
I was stoked.
We will be reviewing Parasite, which I was supposed to have up the Wikipedia so that I could read what it's about in case you're...
And I thought about this too. It was like whoever recommended the movie goes first on the review.
Okay,
yeah, so, Daniel, that'd be you.
To like kick in their opinions first. Unsaturated.
Because I have a couple questions too about the movie I want to ask both of you.
Okay.
So Parasite is a 2019 South Korean thriller film directed by...
somebody.
They just threw a fucking spoon down the stairs, dog, and whatever noise it made was the name, bro. Follows a poor family who schemed to become employed by a wealthy family infiltrating their household by posing as unrelated, highly qualified individuals. This week's was Daniel's pick, and so, Daniel, first, why did you pick this movie for us to watch?
Just because of its level of stardom that it hit, especially over here. The fact that it blew up as big as it did, it was just one of those, and I heard nothing but good things about it because of the story and what it was about, and so it was just one of those, had to check it out. I've always wanted to. I've been wanting to since it came out, but I just never got around to it. And this was the perfect opportunity. That's what this whole podcast is for, is that type of shit. So, yeah.
And for like a Korean film to blow up stateside before, like pre-Squid Games,
right,
is insane.
It kind of like paved, didn't it? Like kind
Squid
of
Game
paved the way.
Squid Game owes them for this. In reality, they should have definitely shouted out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like foreign language films before that, especially South Korean ones,
right.
It was the first of its kind.
You had like anime over here, but like live action.
My dad's
unheard
that type
of
shit, but yeah. I mean, other than that, I don't really know anybody. He loves watching foreign films.
Oh, okay. When he said anime, I thought that's what you meant.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, hey,
no.
Conversations,
I would never talk to him if
no, fucking no.
Respectfully.
No.
Hey, I see where this is headed, y'all. Relax.
Little anime hate
I hate anime.
for our weebs out there.
There was one I did watch that wasn't bad, but that was just that one.
No, I mean, I watched One Punch Man just because it was kind of funny.
What did I watch? It don't fucking matter. That's not what we're here to talk
fuck
about.
anime.
So my first question is, or did you want to dive into it more, Pause?
No, that's
it.
Get the ball rolling.
Okay.
That's
My
fire.
first question: out of everyone in the movie, who was the most parasitic? Out of all the characters,
I would say the son for sure.
No.
poor son.
Mm-hmm. But it also could be the original maid and husband. Because that motherfucker was down there for 4 years.
But, like, they never stole from the house.
I mean, they
She made it a point to
They
like,
stole
always-
food.
No. She made it a point
She
to,
said that she said that she paid for it out of her salary, but I think she's lying.
I don't know. She had a lot to lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she ever did get caught, so I feel like...
Remember, because the dad said at one point that the only thing that he didn't like about her is that she ate so much food. He was like, it's like she's eating for two.
Eating
Oh,
for
shit.
two. And she was eating for two. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't
That's
even
a good
think
one.
about that till
I
just
took a
now.
fucking,
Took a page out of my book, huh?
Anything that happened, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I got to catch it
not
because
for
if
me.
I don't, Garrett's
that's
going
good,
to.
dude. I'll admit I didn't catch it.
Damn.
Didn't catch it.
Yeah.
And so,
But she was also a heavier set lady. Notice. I mean, I can't talk
hey,
shit,
man,
but-
listen.
The water bottle fell.
Yeah. So-
I can't see it
My
from where I'm
bad, my
standing.
bad. I'm trying to pick it up my feet.
I actually think it was the sister, the poor sister.
that's...
I think she was the most parasitic.
She,
Because-
in what way?
They were trying to kill the
what regard?
Wade,
I'll explain.
Or the housekeeper shorty chick. They were like,
Yeah, she was
She's
allergic to peaches, and they were trying to flip Shorty.
they literally like
That's true.
put
That's
peaches
true.
dust on her and shit. Like she could have potentially died, and they was like, okay,
But
that's just gonna.
I
be
think-
mod-
if we're talking most parasitic, so like most like infectious, I'm gonna say the son again because not only did he like infiltrate the family on the like
a pedophile.
on the employee front, but he also was attempting to infiltrate the family on the like the literal family front by getting with the daughter. So
He's got a point.
so like
Also-
he was parasitic on two fronts, not only through employment but also through like relationship wise.
Yeah, because they were plotting on her. They're like, oh, if I get married,
And,
like,
and the
we can
family
have this house.
and it's not like the family didn't know about it. Like they knew that they were interested in each other. I think maybe low key.
Nah,
I don't think it ever came out, but
I don't think so. The mom was very naive.
you think so?
She was very.
That's true.
They convinced her that Shorty
well, I mean,
had
they
TB in
they
like
knew
a
they were
second.
they knew they were texting is like the big thing that like did it for me.
Yeah, but I think it
So,
was just
like-
on some. Because she was
Just,
like,
like, for
whenever they
tutoring?
were having the kids'
okay.
party,
That-
like,
that makes
hey,
sense. That makes
do you
sense.
think we should invite Kevin? Was his name in the series, and
Yeah.
she was like, oh yeah,
That makes
you know.
sense. I'm yeah.
The only thing I'll say about the sister, why I think she was, is that like the brother, he did what he was supposed to do. I feel like let me put my family on so we can all have some money. His sister got in there and fucking ran with her role, Jessica. She came in there. Mom was like, "Yo, can I sit in there?" And she was like, "No, I'd actually rather you not
Oh, she was
because you know
getting
who
her
I
shit
am."
off,
She was
though,
like,
like-
"And I'm super like." I'm
Yeah, that's
super
true. I agree.
rare right now, and so it's probably best that you like pay me a lot of money.
That's true. Yeah.
She just kept going for the bag. Okay,
well, yeah, she ad libbed the whole deal, so it's super impressive.
Right,
Let
like
me
she just
like-
Googled the
yeah.
word and was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then,
she could dead ass like. I don't know how they were poor, dog. She could have made. They could have made a fucking killing off
Yeah.
the daughter alone.
Didn't that what they said? Like, she, like, did, like,
She did fake the wedding. and
yeah,
stuff,
she'd be, like, she'd be a fake
bridesmaid.
guest at a wedding and, like, catch
yeah.
shit like that, like, catch the bouquet and shit.
That is true.
So she was low-key getting a bag.
She's like the wedding ringer with Kevin Hart.
Okay, I'm with him.
Never heard of it.
And then to get the fucking mom hired, like okay, to get the dad hired, her first night, she lays the panties in the truck in the car so that the dude gets fired.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was my biggest thing was, like, the timeline of everything. Because it's, like, the way they made it seem was, like, all in, like, a week span.
yeah,
Kid, son gets hired, daughter gets hired, pops gets hired, moms gets hired, like all in
I
like
think
a week.
I think the time frame was
That's what I'm
they
saying.
didn't
Several months in.
yeah.
Think it took that long? Pause.
Probably.
I think it took a couple weeks at least because if they would have done it that fast, it would have been weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have been drawing too much attention.
That's
They
what I'm
had to
saying.
play a
That's just the
long
part
game.
that got me throughout the whole film, and then after that, it just like slowly progressed.
Yeah.
And so
it was-
she gets rid of the driver. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Go ahead.
And then they get rid of the fucking the original housekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Who was there from the previous dude, like the dude who designed the place. That was crazy how they immediately just like flipped.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the wife, like, she was just super naive. The
And what
rich
was-
wife, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she was a half a
Dumbass.
fucking Momo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Like thing.
no, go ahead.
No,
My bad.
go ahead,
My
dog.
bad.
It's
No,
all-
I'll say when I watched it, I didn't do any research, so like
you went into it just.
I went into it
straight
blind,
raw.
didn't even know that it was in Korean.
Oh,
So-
yeah, we were talking about that.
So
yeah.
I was like, fuck. But like for like the first, for like the first
these
like,
flat-faced
no, because like foreign language films, you know, for like every one that I watch, no matter what, for like the first 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like trying to get on pace with like
Reading
with
and
like
hearing.
reading and watching, and like, and then like after a while, after like 10 or 15 minutes, you'll catch yourself like simultaneously watching and reading.
Yeah.
And like the language doesn't sound so weird to you and stuff like that.
Oh, it still sounded like bullshit to me.
Yeah,
dog.
dude.
Yeah, but, like-
respect to Koreans,
But like
the
your
whole
your
thing-
brain just does something different like after watching it for a little bit, and
That's fair. You
So-
gotta just like get used to the sound
yeah,
of it.
and then for the first like I don't know, was it like the first 30 minutes of the movie? I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Like I was like
I
I didn't know what Parasite was referring to, and then like as soon as I saw the sister get the job, I don't think I was still onto it then. But then as soon as like the panty scene and then the dad became the driver, I was like, oh okay, this is like what they do. They like infest rich people's lives with taking jobs and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's an interesting movie for sure.
I think the son was just a hustler, in all honesty, because like literally, like, what was it that day before that? He even got that rock from his friend that started all of that.
See, I guess I missed that because I had no idea what the fucking rock was about.
Me
I
neither.
think
to this current second, I still don't.
I still think,
See, I think
because
that's
I
bad
heard
writing.
some theories, is that The Rock was from a friend, was from his homeboy
Men,
that he had his uncle had. His uncle's wealthy. He's giving him The Rock as like, here, and I think in
Like passing
Korean
the torch?
culture, it symbolizes, because you notice once he got The Rock, shit started going good for them.
So it's kind of
until it didn't.
That's true.
until it didn't.
Well,
It's like
they
a
get
good
The
luck,
Rock.
like
He
a-
goes up there and is like, yo, I tutor this fucking little chick. Her mom's a fucking mook.
What?
A mook. She's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Just roll with me.
That's really close to the G word.
Well, one of their names is Gook. So I mean, in the movie, who is it? The mom?
It's like San,
Chan Suk.
something like that. Yeah.
No, the old housekeeper. Her name is Gook. Her first name is Gook. It's Gook Mon Wang. I literally copied and pasted straight from Wikipedia, dog. They wouldn't lie.
My bad.
Actress or like her
No, in
character?
the character.
Okay,
Yeah, her
okay,
first name
great,
is Gook.
good,
So I'm not
good,
being
good.
racist.
Okay.
And so, well, not this time.
Anyway. Fuck.
I don't know where I was headed, y'all. Oh, so the mom is stupid.
The Rock.
The Rock, I think it was symbolizing like, hey, like
Passing the
my
torch.
uncle gave you this and he's wealthy, so this is going to make you wealthier, put you around wealth, and then boom, you get the job.
See,
Boom, your sister gets a job. Dad got the job.
that's so
Mom
weird.
got the job.
I don't know. That's so
That's what I'm
weird
saying,
because
yeah.
like the Rock was clearly supposed to be a metaphor, but like
For what exactly?
for
you don't
what
understand.
though? I don't.
Dog, and then the way that
I don't get
homeboy
it.
used it against him in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog,
Dog, that's
do we want to jump to fucking G-Spot's medical hour real quick?
I mean, we can,
Just-
but I mean,
just-
if
just a little snippet, yeah.
I mean, we can go to the end because then we got to cover the birthday scene. So
Well, see, I like that the fucking cake. She tells. So what happens is the sister is watching this, helping the son with art therapy.
yeah,
And so they finally ask, like, the house is haunted or whatever. That's why the Morse code, they're thinking it's haunted and all that. And well, how? So the mom is explaining to the art therapist, the poor daughter, oh, well, when he was, 5 years ago or whatever it was, we had a birthday party and the icing on the cake was super fire. And so at like 3 a.m, the son goes up to get in the refrigerator. She's getting in the cake and all this stuff. And this is after they show that the old housekeeper's husband's been living in the basement of this house this entire time.
A lot of spoilers.
And so the son, it's a fucking movie review, dog.
I'm just saying.
yeah. We didn't put a disclaimer at the front, but we should have.
You shouldn't be fucking retarded. Like,
Yeah, go watch the movie right now.
Yeah, like if you don't want to, if you don't want any spoilers, stop watching it, watch the movie, and then come back. And the husband of the old housekeeper is walking up the stairs and is like sneaking up, and you just see his eyes, and the son sees it.
Dude, but no, because that was not the husband. That thing
downstairs.
That thing was creepy looking.
That was the husband. Just dark.
He looks creepy, dog. They all look creepy.
Well, I mean, like all I saw was this, right? And this all you saw, and like the eyes.
Yeah, and his hair was all like.
It looked like something. Like it looked like somebody in a mask. Really,
it looked like an Asian animal.
Well, it looked way scarier than that guy.
No, it was him.
Maybe that's wild. They only touched up to scary.
I think they edited it a
just
little
bit. For the kids' perception. Like,
we need to watch that clip after this because I think there's some doctoring to that for sure because the eyes were like arched and like huge and like I don't know, it felt weird.
He did have crazy eyes. I mean,
it felt
from
weird
the whole time. I mean,
it was,
from the second we first saw him.
That's true.
And so he sees that and he freaks out, and so they don't have birthday parties within the house from there. So they come back and they're gonna have a party at the house finally. And the mom gets a cake and everything. And I paused it and I was like, Daniel, I'm foreseeing what's getting ready to happen. Mm-hmm. The mom has brought the cake. They're showing the cake. They're focusing on the cake. They want us to pay attention to the cake. What's going to happen is that motherfucker's going to get out of the basement. He's going to come up, and the son's going to see the cake and look up and see the husband. Yeah. And sure as shit, he comes up and he got the hawk and he starts slicing motherfuckers up.
Yeah, I thought all the murders and that were kind of like poorly written.
I agree.
I don't know. It kind of felt like they were like, all right, we got to make something happen. So everybody just stab each other, and it didn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know, just felt kind of cheesy almost.
I'm curious about this is kind of like just to backtrack a little bit, kind of going back like in the Korean culture, like is underage dating like not prohibitado over there, like because like. Dude's at least 19 plus.
Yeah, dude's got to be.
Shorty's at least 14. The rich daughter.
Yeah, she's young.
I don't know how old she is in the movie.
Well, in real life she's older than that, but in the movie she's got to be at least.
We said she was a sophomore. I don't know how their
so
school
15,
system,
16, 14.
I don't know how their school system is over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Regardless,
yeah, totally not cool.
The homeboy was like, "Hey, like, can you go watch over her? I can't do anything with her right now, but when she enters college, I'm wanting to be with her." Like his homeboy. So they're all grooming this girl.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And homeboy, like the son, like the poor son, low-key a piece of shit for swooping in and taking Shorty.
Well, he's just like Drake, bro. I mean, underage
what?
women.
Oh, underage women. Okay.
Underage women. You ain't heard about Aubrey and underage women?
R. Kelly again, huh? I don't want to hog tie nobody.
It's a recurring thing, dog, every time, bro.
No, but
I don't want to hog tie people.
Like I said, I felt like it was kind of cheesy. Mm-hmm. People kept getting stabbed right here in this 2-inch square of their chest. I mean, the daughter got stabbed, husband got stabbed. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like it could have been done better, and I don't know why the poor father attacked that guy over smell.
Well, I think what I think was his insecurity, because like whenever they were under the table and he was like,
dog, we got to get to that scene, dog. Start it. I have so many.
Bro, is wet nipple rubbing a thing in Korea? Dude, the way he was doing it, that girl was flying off the rails, man.
Just
so let me set the scene real quick. So this is after the two families, the family that has taken over the house in a way, and then the old housekeeper comes in. First off, never would have let the bitch in the house. Fuck and foremost.
No, she's creepy as hell.
It's like 3 a.m. They're all drunk.
And you can see she got like beat the fuck up at some point because like her lip was busted.
And she was like smiling and shit the whole time. She was red flag after red flag.
And so they're in there fighting, and the phone rings. So she goes over the new housekeeper, the poor mom, goes over to the phone, answers the phone. The lady's like, "Look, we were supposed to be out this weekend, but we're coming back. The son was bugging out, daughter was bugging out. It was raining and all this shit. Have this cooked by the time we get back. We like 8 minutes out." Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to clean up and everything because they had been in there drinking, having a party and whatnot. And so they get the food cooked and everything, and the poor dad, son, and daughter are all under this table. But it's in Asia, so the table's super low, which I think kind of benefited them because you couldn't see underneath it because of how low it sits.
And it was huge.
Yeah, it was a massive fucking table.
Big enough. To fit
4 people underneath it. Three. Yeah, it was 3. My bad.
And so the rich son is in the backyard in a tent, and he's playing fucking Indians with the dad. And so they're like, "Hey, that's what they."
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. And so the parents like, we'll just sleep in the living room. That way they have this massive floor-to-ceiling glass
That was
wall.
a beautiful living room.
Oh yeah,
Dude, it was.
The whole house.
We can see him from right here. So they're on the couch and everything. They in like a silk fucking pajamas. Dad reaches in there. He's playing with the nipple. And she's like, yo, chill, chill, chill. And he was like, no. Like, it's okay. Like, he can't see us. Yeah. He's inside there playing. Like, it's all good.
Yeah, he spit some game for sure in her ear.
Licked his fucking finger and started going crazy on her nipple, dog.
Yeah.
She reaches in, grabs the hammer. She's battering the shit around. He gets her in a full, like, what did you call it last night? He's dancing some ill shit. Because he came from up underneath
It's like
her.
he was about a tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, dog, like he was getting ready to just lift her up, dog. He comes in and just from outside of her pants, but he comes in from the back and like scoops her fucking.
Super weird.
He trumped her, dog, grabbed her right by the pussy, and it's just like going crazy. Yeah, reverse, grab her by the pussy, the reverse Dawn, and just starts rubbing her shit.
Yeah.
And I would assume that he would have just pulled, the back down and just slid it through the front. That was probably what most people would have done, but they were straight outside of the clothes and just.
I mean, they might have, because I think didn't it just end up cutting to them like being knocked down the couch? Like
that's that good stuff. That's
it's
that
like
when you ain't supposed to be doing it.
OTPHJ. But. Oh, and by the way, my girlfriend's mom watches this, so like, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I didn't say anything.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is you've watched some of the other ones I've done. You know who I am by now. Like, it's not a surprise who I am. Maybe everybody else might be a surprise, but all I'm saying is he definitely had carpet burn, dog. The way she was yanking his shit through the pants. Mm-hmm. He had a sore on there. And then they went to sleep, man.
And they was just knocked.
Yeah, which was super crazy. It was in the trivia I was reading through on IM, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
IMDb.
I always screw it up. I always screw it up.
You remember the IM, but there's literally
I always do IMBD.
That's fair.
I am baby daddy.
Hey, man, I should.
Except I'm not,
That you know of.
No. No.
I text old girl and asked her, bro, like I asked her, bro, like, hey, like, after I shot it up, like, kid, right? And she was like, yeah, we're in the clear. I was like, whew, we're good.
Right.
Reckless behavior.
Fatherless behavior, even on a man, dog. So, anyways.
I guess, man.
Oh, my God.
All right, anyway. Where were you at? We're trying to explain.
So they're under the table with no shoes on, and somehow by the time they get to the garage, they have their shoes on. But in Asian culture, you take your shoes off when you enter the house. Yeah. Their shoes would have been at the entrance.
Which they were, from the garage.
I guess if they came through the garage.
The stairs to the garage, yeah.
And then you would think, like, I don't know if you saw, like, as low as that garage door got down when they were dipping out, wouldn't that trip the safety and it would pop back up?
There should have been a sensor on that for sure.
Yeah.
But it is Korea, so they probably don't give a fuck.
Shout out to the old maid for cutting the CCTV because they ended up helping the dad whenever he stabbed dude up and dipped out. Mm-hmm. That kind of actually helped him because they had no idea.
His dumb ass should have been locked up and or killed.
Who?
The dad.
Whoa.
The poor dad.
Whoa.
No, he definitely.
That was a dumbass move.
What he did, like I said.
No, he was a dumbass move, but him locked up?
Yeah.
He's in a basement. Technically, he is locked up.
Okay, which would be better? Being in a jail where you could have the potential of, like, visitation, getting to see your kids, versus talking to them
in three meals a day and stuff
for God knows how long.
Well, we also don't know what the Korean prison system is like.
I was going to say, man, I don't know what Korea's like, dog.
I mean, South Korea's got to be a lot better than North Korea. So
well, yeah, it is, but
in comparison,
dog, if I sleep in the fucking trash can, it's better than North Korea, dog. South Korea might just be as bad.
I get what he's saying. I get everybody's point.
What he did was dumb, but he definitely deserved to be locked up.
Back to that scene because you brought up the dad talking about him smelling.
Yeah.
Yo, he was going in on son, dog.
Yeah, he was. He's like, he was like when you boil a rag.
Sardines, you boil a rag.
Or a radish.
Old radish, yeah.
Radish, that's what it was.
Dude had his feeling. Well, and before that, his wife had, I think, called him a cockroach. I think she was being serious, though. So I think he was his ego was already crushed.
Dude, she was talking mad shit to him. Yeah, calling him like a cockroach and shit.
Yeah, and I don't think he was playing when he swept the table and grabbed her shirt and stuff. I think he was serious, but he was like, I think he caught himself.
Yeah. Oh, I think he was getting ready to fuck her.
Oh,
up.
yeah,
The
he's a
mom was
human.
definitely a piece of shit, like in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Both the women, the dudes like seemed like they had good intentions, but the women was just straight.
The women were evil in that,
cunts
man.
from the beginning,
So it's just like real life.
right?
I mean that sidekick she did down the stairs.
I missed that because fuck.
Oh,
Looked like
I
George
missed
St.
it.
He was
Pierre.
in there doing something. I think Steven had just called.
Steven
him
had
too.
called me and he was like,
Yeah.
"So what you doing, bro?"
And
I
as
was
soon as
like,
that happened, like, oh shit, oh.
I tried to run in here and
Yeah,
see
you
what
had
it
to
was.
rewind, man.
I don't listen, man.
You miss it. You
Just
miss
kept
it.
going, bro.
I feel it. I got you.
Because he told me, he was like, "Yo, she kicked her like." Did she kick her down the stairs, or did she just kick her head up against that concrete?
No, she kicked her
down.
down the stairs. She rolled down and then cracked her head on the concrete.
What was funny was whenever they were in the dad and the mom were in there fighting about the pennies thing. The
Yeah.
son was like leaning over the side of the wall, and the son came up behind him and pushed his head into the wall.
Dog.
That's true.
He made me rewind it because like I missed
Dude,
it.
she just like ding and doo-doo. Like, oh man, that shit had me so weak.
I didn't see her get pushed down the stairs. I wish I had. I might
Yeah.
have to go find
Dog,
that
it was
scene.
beautiful. That shit had me.
It was kind of funny. Kind of funny.
Fucking hilarious because she was like, she just like was so cool and just bing,
Yeah.
just kicked her ass
Yeah.
downstairs. Oh, that was great.
But I think the mom would have heard
That's
that.
what I'm
She was
saying,
like
like-
right there, dude. Like, there's no way,
Yeah.
no way you're gonna hear some lady roll down the stairs without yelling.
What?
Well, it's all concrete walls, so I bet it's pretty.
Well, no, the door was open.
Yeah.
She got to the top. She was in the kitchen when she got sidekicked.
She was like right at the tippy top of the stairs, about to step foot.
Okay,
into
hold
the
on. So
kitchen.
they're okay. I'm misunderstanding where they're at in the.
No,
in
yeah,
the
they're at
house.
the entrance. They're not in that second staircase that goes deeper in there. They're at the.
Yeah, they're not in the basement going
no,
into like the
no,
hidden
they're
part.
they're at the top.
They're at the top
Oh,
of the
yeah,
kitchen.
she'd have hurt. But the mom's been a little ditzy. She may have just like.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they wrote her character too stupid.
No, I think that they wrote it that way so they.
She's
so
a rich
that
dude's wife. She just sits
The
at home
chain
all
of
day.
events
like-
could play out like it did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean they obviously wrote it in their favor, but I think it was a little. She's a little too stupid.
Yeah. My whole thing was like, yeah, like I said earlier, like how they convinced her in like 5 minutes that the old housekeeper, whatever, had TB.
Yeah, no way.
And like, not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to her twice and was like, she's just like, I gotta get rid of her, you know what I'm saying? I'll come up with something, blah, blah, blah. Like, what?
No.
And like, easily influenced by the husband in the sense of like, she never picked up on the smell. They was in that little ass room together. The poor husband and the rich wife was in
I
that.
did like that when he went to go shake her hand in that scene. She was like, eh. But he didn't realize that, like, if she really had tuberculosis, and
He would have had it all over because he touched a bloody
blood.
rag.
Like, like, no wonder. She asked him, like, did you wash your hands? And he was like,
I thought he was trying to slide when he did that.
I thought he
little
was
bit,
too.
honestly.
I thought he
yeah.
was, dude.
I was like, dog, like, respectfully,
Yeah. I
you're
was
not
like,
hitting, bro. I'm sorry.
no way, it's happening, dog.
But she had nope. She had never noticed that smell before, and they had been that close. And it wasn't until the husband said something. And next time they're riding in the car together, she's all dramatic, like rolling
Yeah.
down the window and
On
shit.
the phone. Like, her dogs are out on the back of the seat. Like, there's no way.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
It's
So that's She was definitely.
Well, I don't.
I don't know if that like hindered the movie or the character anymore, but like writing her that dumb was kind of weird. Yeah,
I think she had to be that stupid, though, in order for everything to
Yeah,
happen.
that's just
'cause
bad writing.
It got to a
that's
point
what I'm
where
saying.
she
Yeah,
was like,
just to make it work, we have to make her
her,
retarded.
her, like
she's
yeah.
the center of all of it.
Like, and that circles back to the art teacher thing. Like, if you know your son's messed up, you haven't done any research about art therapy, and you're thinking about hiring somebody that does art therapy, and like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would have been super easy to see through Jessica's character.
it would have been easy to see through Homeboys
Yeah.
with that fake like admissions letter or whatever that letter was that they wrote and like had like fake photoshopped and all that.
But the business card part was clean.
yeah,
This-
that was
that was
super
slick.
hard.
That was slick.
Genius.
The daughter
And
was
it had to do that to make it work on the dad because he was obviously. I mean, I think he was pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran that tech company.
Yeah. So
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
and he handed it off, and then the daughter answered the phone. Perfect fucking voice. Like, she really could have done something with her life.
That's what I'm saying. She
But-
was like an evil mastermind, man. in all
Wanted
honesty.
to, live in a basement.
Just ended up getting got. That's crazy.
Another, yeah, for real. Another plot hole.
All for nothing.
It starts raining. There's sewage everywhere. They're in like chest high sewage, and yet their phones still work. Like, she gets up, she's playing on her phone and everything. The next morning for the birthday
oh
party,
yeah, she did have her phone.
the
huh?
phone, like, they're getting phone calls and everything, but you're chest high in sewage water.
Yeah, they were at the gymnasium and the son was getting
Maybe they left him at
texts
the house. No.
Because how they would have
because they were sleeping in that gym and they were getting phone calls and texts from the family inviting them over for the
and they
birthday
didn't
party.
shower, so like no one.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
smelled
they're gonna
like,
stink, bro.
But like
pure
we said, like,
asshole.
they're at a school, so they probably use like the gymnasium showers.
That's true.
At the very least, I would hope, because ain't no way a whole building full of people.
Dude, it just smells terrible in there.
Yeah, but maybe that's just how Korea.
I like
no
how
disrespect. Maybe that's just how the country smells. They're getting used to it. I said maybe, never been.
Well, what's funny though is it like she got up on that toilet, dog. That motherfucker spewing out sewage.
At the bottom,
She just smoking
yeah,
a cigarette,
dude,
dog.
that
She
was
just like puts her
wild.
feet up so they don't keep getting it. Yeah,
That was wild.
but maybe that's like a normal occurrence because you like later in the movie, in the end, the poor son and the mom back in there and living happily ever after.
I mean, it probably is. I mean, like, it's Asia. You know, they get a lot of rain. You
very
know,
clearly
so.
under the
Yeah,
road.
and they're under the road line in a semi-basement or semi-basement, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bet it's something that happens frequently. But if they would have closed their window, it wouldn't have happened.
Maybe not as bad, but
I mean, it still would have came out through the toilet, but they would have been able to maybe stop that.
That level of rain, I felt like it would have busted through those windows. So, I have a feeling the semi basements aren't like the best of windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they probably get busted through pretty quick. Shout out to dude who was just out there pissing like every day, and they finally went to go do it. And the dad goes to throw water on him and completely misses the guy who's pissing.
I thought that was a neighbor.
I don't know who it was, but he went to go throw water on the dude and just completely missed.
Yeah,
Dude,
for sure.
in slow mo, it showed it too, and it just
Yeah.
Like, Doc, what?
I had a fuck. What was I about to go ahead? Go on to the next one, and we'll circle.
I took notes, bro. Do you want to get on the medical hour?
Yeah, we can. Let's
Yeah,
hit
let's
it.
toss it. I mean, we already.
Go ahead, Daniel, because you pointed it out. First off, how did he not know? Like his detective skills when he went down into the basement before he got his head popped open, terrible. You going?
Peek around.
You didn't see him? Like, you didn't try even, like, walk onto the exterior wall and then...
Yeah. And you know there's a lunatic down there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
His poor... And, like, dropping the rock and just being loud as fuck in general just didn't help his favor at all. Like,
It did crack me up, though, dog. Like, he went to go walk by, and all of a sudden, he's yanked that motherfucker down, bro.
Yeah, and then...
Because I remember,
put him in
you
the
even
pot.
asked, like, what was that? Like, that thing that was floating above his head. Remember?
Yeah, it was like a snare.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, what the fuck was that? And it just...
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought they, like, threw, like, in, like, a halo or something in there just for, like, cinematic effect. I was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, he just gets yanked down.
But that's like one of those things that's like, you know that was written for that scene, and like that wouldn't have been used organically in any other way other than him turning and being distracted by the mom that had fell down. So it's like they specifically designed that snare and like pull back like for that scene, and like what if the son would have turned and went left?
Right.
What was he gonna do with that? I mean, you know, he'd
turned and
he
been
had
like, oh.
and he obviously,
there just,
yeah,
like,
and he had
holding it, just
obviously would have already had made that tool, so he was obviously expecting him to be able to sneak up on him. But I mean, if he would have turned left, that dude would have been
And
shit out of luck.
looked left first.
Yeah.
So, like, he literally looked left, looked right, and then went to go walk.
Yeah.
So where did he come from? Like, the timing, you would have probably heard him, I'm assuming. Like, no.
Everything echoes down there, yeah.
Yeah, there's just some plot holes, man.
But, continue, my bad.
You started that. I have no clue.
Okay, so he gets hit in the head. You know, he gets his head snatched back.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
busts his shit open.
Yeah,
He goes up the stairs. Did he get hit twice with the rock?
he did.
Yeah.
So he hit him one time. He's laying there, bleeding out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The basement dad comes up. Daniel was cracking up. He grabs the rock again. Bonk.
Yeah, that second hit was like kind of, I don't know. It looked like it missed his head to me. Like, I feel like that was probably like a 25-pound rock.
Yeah.
At least. I feel like that would have
I feel like that
crushed his cranium.
that'd have been over.
But like when I was watching it, it felt like it hit, like it went like that.
It hit and slid
like,
off?
Yeah, hit and slid, and where like if he would have moved it up here, it would have been game over for
Right,
him.
especially
Okay, so
Yeah.
that explains why.
Like,
But here comes like a factual, not like a factual difference. That's not the right word. Like a contraindication, not a contraindication. Contradiction. The mom falls down the stairs, hits her head, is awake for however many hours, and then bleeds out and dies. But the son gets hit with a rock, a huge rock twice, and then it's all of a sudden like
He's fine.
and then with no impairment whatsoever
That's
afterwards.
what my thing was. Did I not say that?
Like
how's he just
complete
like,
full recover?
Laughing?
Yeah.
Is laughing a thing?
I've never heard of that, but I'm not a neurologist.
Push that in real fast on the bottom.
Oh no.
It's been recording you because I've been seeing the.
Yeah.
I checked it before. Like, I could hear you perfectly fine whenever I put the headphones on. No, we're all good.
I just want to make sure I was looking at my
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. My bad. I just glanced over and was like,
This whole time is just warm.
listen, man, the phone audio is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like, we did that one with me and Steven.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent.
That never saw the light of day.
For the best.
Yeah.
For the best, man. No, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
Because I could hear you clearly when I threw those headphones on.
Yeah, I don't think if he did survive, I don't think he would have had like full mental function return for sure. Especially for how long he sat there with no medical attention.
Yeah.
I mean, his head was hurt twice before the scene in the garden even happened, and that was a solid. If we're talking like real time, that was a solid like 10 minutes probably.
And what?
And
no, good. Go.
You see at the end of that, and like in the scene of all the chaos,
the daughter carrying him away.
Yeah, he didn't see that at first. Like we had to rewind it because he didn't even see it.
I saw that.
You get stabbed up here, right? Like she didn't get stabbed in the heart.
Yeah,
the dude stabbed the poor daughter like above the chest.
Yeah.
Well, she had died off that.
I mean, well, if we're talking
maybe a blood loss, maybe
if we're talking like right here. I mean, there's no. Whatever people want to say, there's no dead space in your body. Your body is completely filled with organs anywhere you go. So, like, if you get gut shot, like in the movies, and they're fine after that. No, there's important shit in there. Like up here, you have subclavian, your clavicle right here, this bone. You've got subclavian artery running right here, which is all this runs into the brachial artery, all that stuff. I'm not sure if that's true, actually. Don't quote me on that. But subclavian artery right here.
Taking his word for it, man.
And you've got subclavian artery, and then you've got top of your lung. So, and then you've also got, there's a bunch of venous blood flow right here as well from the top of your heart going up into your carotids and stuff like that. So I think just getting stabbed right there with any depth as well. Like,
yeah, he had a long knife too.
Pretty dangerous, I think.
Okay.
Definitely life-threatening. And I also thought it was weird that the dad got stabbed in the exact same spot.
I was curious about that myself. I didn't know if that was any type of symbolism.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I mean, I don't know if it's lack of creativity or if it's symbolism.
I didn't see anything in the trivia about it.
So yeah, I think it's
just one of the maybe
they might have had like a spare like thing set up for a shoulder stab wound, and maybe they just reused it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's kind of low budget movie. I bet
it was $15 million.
15
million in U.S. And they made like 100 and something. I had looked it up. Well, I was looking at it this morning. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cheap for like, considering like, it looked really high quality.
I thought it would have been cheaper than that because the whole set is basically the
house.
The top floor,
the house,
the top floor of that house doesn't exist. It's just a single floor, and they built that house.
Yeah.
And then the top floor was all done in CGI post.
What?
There is no top floor.
So they did the top floor in like a soundstage somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
So it's one level house where
$262 million.
Like where the main like kitchen and dining room is. And so like whenever we see the stairs.
Yeah, here I'll bring a picture up. Hold on.
How do they CGI the whole upstairs?
I'm just telling you what happened, man.
Oh, okay, so they CGI the picture of upstairs.
Yeah.
So all the
Okay, yeah. Pretty good.
So all the upstairs scenes they built like it.
Sounds like a soundstage. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Side note, real quick. Yeah. Whenever the party is going on for the son's birthday party, the rich son, the poor son and the rich daughter are there making out.
Mm-hmm.
It's an entire glass. Like they didn't see them up there just.
Well, I mean,
tonguing each other down.
And like okay, but yeah, like that goes kind of hand in hand with that. Like, do they CGI that in? Because like that's very clearly from a
it's from an elevated position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they like just green screen the
ground
into the frame of the window, but I don't know. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked real. It wasn't until I was reading that I was like, "Wow, man!"
I never would have thought until
super
you
legit.
Said it. Yeah, like I would never would have guessed.
I do like the idea of having that basement built into a house, though. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty
crazy,
genius,
honestly. Just in general, regardless of whatever reasoning, it's just a dope idea, dope thing to have.
Yeah.
I had something. Yeah, I thought this would be kind of cool. So the game is on right now. We got to watch the game after this. I thought I'd give awards to the characters of the movie.
Okay.
So I got Sixth Man of the Year coming off the bench. I gave to the friend who got him the job.
Min?
Yeah.
His name was? Yeah.
Yeah, Min Hyuk is what his name is. That's what it looks like it's spelled. Daffy Duck.
Sounds goofy.
I feel like he gets Sixth Man of the Year.
Okay.
He put him in the position and didn't even ask for nothing. Like, he just helped him out. Hey, I got a situation. Let me help you out here, dog. So I think he gets Sixth Man of the Year. I think MVP and Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jessica.
No way. Did
hold
she
on.
got stabbed up? Defensive Player of the Year? Bullshit.
Okay. I knew he was going to point that. I knew someone was going to point that out.
Defensive Player of the Year is Kevin.
Hold on. Let me.
He bounced back.
Realistically, he shouldn't have.
Rebound, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, hold on. So she gets MVP because it was her idea to get her parents both jobs, and she did the dirty work in reality to get them both jobs. Mm-hmm. I think she gets Defensive Player of the Year because she straight winged that entire interview. And anytime like she was getting ready to get put into a corner, she dipped her way out of there. I will say maybe like it's not a unanimous decision, but like it's a split decision that she's Defensive Player of the Year. Like it's her and somebody else.
Yo, I just had a.
I mean, Defensive Player of the Year, I think goes to Kevin or the dad, because the dad eluded capture. He went on the defensive, and Motherfucker went underground.
True.
Okay. So. Split decision. Or a draw. Can we go for a draw? 3-way draw.
How about we do an East-West Coast division?
Okay, I'm with that. Because that's what they're doing in the NBA actually now, is they're going to have MVPs for East and West divisions. I'm just telling you what's going to happen, man. I think Kevin averaged a triple-double. He really never did nothing I felt like that really helped out too much. I felt like he was too – I think he had good intentions. And so he has good numbers, but when it counts, I feel like he failed.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's the one that did go back down, opened up that basement, so –
Continue.
15%?
Yeah. But it's like his fault that everything in the end transpired like it did because he got the conscience like a little soft-ass bitch and decided to go back downstairs. I mean, granted, he went with the rock. I don't know what his intentions were, like maybe just like bashing the husband. Because,
Terrible weapon choice.
honestly, house full of shit could have used. Yeah, that was awkward and lanky to handle. But, like, I don't know, man. Yeah. I feel like everything that did happen after that was his fault. He could have just let his sleeping dogs lie, let them die down there. And like me and him talked about last night, they were trapped. And
the
obviously,
dad had trapped him. So,
like, dude was probably dropping bombs down there, and nobody smelled anything up top. So the smell probably never would have became a problem in general.
Well, no, I mean, like, he had a toilet, though, too.
That's what I'm saying. He was dropping bombs.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're making it sound like he was shitting in a bucket, and that's not true. Like,
well, I'm just saying, but, like, still, I mean, the smell lingers.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
that's
they still
true.
never
That's
smelled
true,
anything.
whatever.
Well, one thing, plot hole. The dad, he pops his head against the light to turn the lights on as the dad's going up the stairs.
Yeah.
The dad is in tech. You don't know that you didn't put motion-censored lights in your own house? You bought the house.
I mean, well, he did it for Mr. Park. Or not Mr. Park. Is that what's his name?
Yeah, that was the dad. The rich dad.
He did it for Mr. Namasoon.
The guy before?
Yeah, because he said he did it before for that guy.
Oh, okay.
So that was...
I must have missed that.
No, he said he did it before, and now he does it for this guy.
Okay, so he in his brain, it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And the downstairs dude was obsessed with Mr. Park because, like, he had all those pictures, and he's like,
Gay,
welcome
gay,
home.
gay. He gay for Mr. Park.
He was like, welcome home, Mr. Park, and would, like, turn on the lights with each step, tracking it. I thought that shit was mental.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
that was wild.
That's, like, when you knew, like, dude wasn't in his right state of mind.
Yeah.
The first time I seen him, dog, I said, this motherfucker's nuts. Look at his face.
But it made sense, though, like, what they were.
He's been trapped in there for 4 years. He's been by himself, like.
For most of it, I mean, wife can only come in, like,
And
after everybody leaves or whatever. Like,
Yeah, or goes to bed, yeah.
So, I mean, fuck, where was I going?
I don't know.
Dude was crazy.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. He did what he had to do. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel like, you know, like, in his scenario, that was the best case scenario. He had all those loans out. They were going to keep coming after him.
Yeah.
What better thing to do than
Should
disappear?
have flipped him.
But I thought it was weird that Kevin's plan to rescue his dad was to get rich.
Yeah, like
and take his sweet time going to college and getting rich.
Plan or something.
Yeah. Sell drugs, bro. Like we got to get to
Break
it. Break
in there when they're gone and save your fucking dad. Like, and at least go see him or something.
Or like, why didn't he break out?
Yeah, at any time.
Well, I mean, I wonder how long the
statute of limitations
Jinx. For murder is over there.
I'm
sure they don't take that shit.
Like,
probably they're
like
probably
murder,
not chill with murder over there.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder, like, how long before they're like,
I don't know if there is a statute of limitations on murder.
Oh, you murder? We murder you now.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Oh, really?
Like on like
In
murder.
Anywhere.
Like there might be on like manslaughter, but like
you might be able to get away with that.
On murder, I don't think there's like I don't think you can be like, oh, you missed it.
It's 10 years ago, bro. Too bad.
Yeah, 10 years ago, no takesy backsies. You know, like, I don't think they do that.
But yeah, no, like.
Do you have any more awards?
I got 2 more awards.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Fire
I
off.
think most improved player is Mr. Kim, the dad, the poor dad. Dude was a straight pussy at the beginning of the movie. Like, you letting your kids go out here and get a job.
Fuck that guy. Glad he
man.
fucking died in the fucking basement.
Most improved player.
Because he started out, you know, your wife's got a job putting boxes together. You got your kids out here doing jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously are, in my opinion, a pretty shitty father. I mean, why aren't you out there and get a fucking job? And then towards the end of it, dude was running shit. He was putting plans together of how to get out of stuff and everything. I think he's most improved.
Because remember he said,
my plan was no plan at all.
my plan was no plan because plans fall apart. Life gets in the way.
So he was lying.
So he didn't have...
But even not having a plan is a plan.
No.
Open your third eye, Daniel.
No, that ain't
Open
it.
your third
That
eye,
ain't
dog.
it.
All right.
That ain't it.
Y'all can contest the
dude,
awards.
like,
Y'all can contest the awards. Like, who do y'all
Most
think?
improved player?
I'm
I'm gonna say Kevin again, dude. Dude, he got his brains bashed in, bounced back, learned Morse code to save his dad.
Okay.
Not even to save his dad, technically.
No, yeah, to
like,
create a plan to save his dad.
Or just to understand, like, what's the shit that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give y'all that. I'll give you that. Plot hole. They talk about how the son knows Morse code. The dude that's in the basement is giving Morse code, and the son runs up there and he starts trying to, break what he's saying, and then they never go anywhere with
nothing
it.
happened. I was curious about that myself.
No, they never went
like,
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you saw him run in the room and was, like, trying to write everything down.
That was whenever he was in the tent outside, remember?
But it never went anywhere. Like, no, they brought attention to him doing that. Like Garrett said, there's no scenes in the movies where they don't bring any attention to anything or it doesn't mean something.
Yeah, in that case, it meant
never
nothing.
went anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. I think, like, I was going to say this, like, as we got towards the end, but, like, this movie just, like, for me, it just lacked substance. There was no, like, I think, like, movies are meant to be interpreted, like, multiple different ways and, like, have several different metaphors, like, and I think that, like, this movie just didn't have that. It was just, like, you take it at face value and that's, like, what it is. It was people that are just parasitic, that just infest people's lives. And
just
that
leech
was
off them until
and that was
win, yeah.
You know, like the metaphor was that they are a parasite, and then like there was no more depth to it than that.
Well, what was super crazy is how once they got into a position of that, started treating the other people, like other people that were in a similar position to them, bad.
Yeah,
they were treating the old housekeeper and her husband like shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're
I'm gonna call the cops on you and everything. It's like, no, you were in
Like,
the
you were the OG parasite. You know, like y'all have been doing this, and then you're.
And it literally started with them and the pizza chick, like immediately walking up, it's like, so we hear your other person's not doing so good. You know, you should fire him. Hire me. And immediately, like from the get go, they was like, just trying to figure out ways to just infiltrate something, just to like
manipulate people.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a better way of saying it. But yeah,
I got one last award.
My fault. Go ahead.
I got the Draymond Green of the team. What I mean by that is if you take him off of that team, he's not good anywhere else. He's only good because of the people he's surrounded by. The mom. Poor mom.
I was just about to say that.
Poor mom's Draymond Green.
Mom's
because they would have never gotten any of this shit had she not went and opened the fucking door for that other lady.
No.
Like if she wasn't a soft ass or a candy ass, none of this would have happened.
Yep.
They would have called. We're on our way home. Cool. We clean up. Y'all get the fuck out of here. I cook this shit. Nothing would have went down.
And what's crazy is that it seemed like she had the capacity to be like a real housekeeper, because she like was obviously doing her job okay, you know. So she was just like lazy as fuck.
My thing was like,
you keep on fucking the team up. You lost finals because of this person. You fucking the team up by being
talk to your husband like shit.
Yeah.
My thing was like in the beginning, I didn't. I was thinking about this earlier. Remember whenever they were doing the pizza boxes and like 1 out of every 4 was bad. So like
one of them was the weak
one
link.
of them was the weak link that
She
fucks
was
the whole, do you think it
one.
was her?
Well,
like,
like
1,000%.
Is that open to interpretation, do you think? Because the son, like I said, he gained a conscience
there
in the end.
there should be some interpretation there, but like nothing happened in the movie to where someone was the obvious weak link besides maybe the father.
Especially
Maybe
at
the
very
one in
end.
4
Because of his
because
emotion, he let his emotion get over him.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like even then, like
Well, I mean, the son going downstairs in the first place at the very end with the rock, like I don't know,
yeah.
you know, and then the mom letting Shorty in the house.
But the mom also kicked her down the stairs. So
Yeah, but
that
like,
makes
still
her
just-
that makes her like she was the only one that took action.
Well, Draymond does pretty decent sometimes. But I think if you take him off that team and put him with somewhere else,
Yeah, he's
he's
ass.
terrible.
He's
And so I think
fucking
if you put her with any other group like that,
Yeah, she'd be.
she's going to be the weakest link.
Yeah,
She only looks good because of who she's around.
I'll
I
say
would say
that.
the dad would be the weakest link. I think he would be the Draymond.
Yeah, his ego was just too
He's
soft.
like runner up, the weakest link.
Well, I think he was just too insecure.
Well, especially in the end, once they pointed out that one thing that was legit, he like fixated on that.
We could
Yeah,
have
his
a tie
smell.
for weakest link.
His smell was like, come on, dude, like that's easily fixable, and you just
Yeah,
didn't.
just wash your fucking ass,
Put
bro.
some
literally,
cologne,
that's
put
literally,
some
yeah.
cologne on and wash your body, and you'll be all right.
We'll have a tie for weakest link, the parents.
Definitely the parents, because the kids immediately was on their shit,
Mm-hmm.
especially the daughter. You know, she was
she's
manipulated. as fuck.
she's MVP, bro. I'm telling you, like
I agree.
even though she's gone, dog, like just because you got injured and you couldn't play in the playoffs doesn't mean you weren't MVP. During the season, she was in her prime, dog. That was like 96 fucking.
Kevin's like in the running for MVP because he got the whole thing set up.
Did he though, or did it just happen to fall in his lap? I mean,
That's why I gave his homeboy six man of the year off the bench.
because he really didn't put anything into motion. It was all because the friend showed up with the gift.
Inserted Jessica's opportunity.
That's fair, yeah.
Start that, but then she had to take that the rest of
Yeah, once she got in there, she goes.
He didn't
"You know
have
what I'm
the
about to
balls."
do.
shit down.
We saw what she did when she got in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get this driver fired. Here's my fucking dirty panties in the car. Leave them in there just enough so the
That
dad
one
can
was
see them.
vile. That shit was crazy.
And back to the sex scene, the dad wanted her to.
Yo, yeah. She
Yeah.
was like,
The rich dad wanted the rich mom to wear those.
he was like, "Do you still have those cheap panties?" And she's like, "What?" And she was like, "The one I found in the car. If you put them on, I'd be so hard right now."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, what kind of?"
Sell me drugs.
Yeah.
I don't.
But that goes.
That was a
goes to
tie
show-
back to something. Because she was taught when he showed her the panties, like whenever they initially found out. She's like, "What kind of woman would do this?" And he was like, "A woman that,
What kind of dude would do that? Somebody who's on coke or meth or some shit.
yeah,
they were
he
saying.
was on
Yeah.
drugs." So it tied back in, but
I just don't get
I don't
that.
know, man. I was wondering the
I
same
feel like
thing.
that scene just really wasn't necessary for the movie. I'm curious. Like
I was,
in itself.
I was cackling.
Oh yeah, no, it was. It was.
hilarious, but like
But it wasn't necessary.
build the story any at all.
Like it to me, it would have been a much better scene had
Well-
they just been talking like at the dinner table or something, and the family were still stuck somewhere because they were like trapped and like, but they could still hear them.
Well, I think in a way they were talking bad about whenever they first found it. They're like, "Who would fuck in a car? That's so disgusting." And then you see it again where he's talking about like it's kind of like the sofa's kind of like a car, like why not?
And then when he said when you do that in a car, you lose an earring or a strand of hair, and like okay, like how you know that, bro?
Yeah, I was wondering why the wife never said anything because when he said that, the way the wife looked at him, I was like, "Oh, she's getting ready to be like, well, okay, like."
yeah, it's like yeah, like they just intentionally made her dense. Yeah,
Anytime, man, you
They
always
just made it too stupid, man.
yeah they do lose something and then you're getting caught.
Because if she was married to that guy, she would have had to been educated in some form and have been in some tier of society for him to have found her.
Her parents may have been rich or something like that.
yeah.
And rich dudes, they don't really want anyone who's gonna
but
like.
if you're rich, and especially over in like Asia, I feel like you're like forced to be educated in a way, just like they were doing with their daughter. Had a tutor.
Oh right, like yeah,
Good point. Yeah.
An art teacher, and art therapy. So I feel like she wouldn't have been able to land that gig if she was that stupid. Because he would never fell in love with her in the first place.
Got a point.
I think they. Because if she had any.
But were they really in love? Because I remember he said,
had to be
like-
at one point, right?
maybe at one point, yeah, but like especially towards the end. I mean, Darion.
I don't know. I don't
pointed
think JFK was in love with Jackie.
Probably not. She had horse teeth.
She had a hammerhead face, dog. She was like a shark.
She looked like Sloth's stepsister.
I've always said that he married Jackie for like which is insane to even say this, but I just follow me. He married Jackie for the picture perfect, American family.
Like that,
She's
you could have married a woman like this.
Yeah, I also think she was probably a good mother. She wasn't good at what she needed to be because that's why he was messing around with Marilyn Monroe. Him and his brother was tag teaming her. That was his mistress. And that's why when the property manager told me that he wasn't really dead, that he was in Cuba with Marilyn, I said, makes complete sense, dog. He had to get away from Jackie, man, move off to Cuba.
She died like less than a year earlier than him, too, yeah. They both died within a year of each other.
She died. I was told it was a robot. It was a cyborg, and what she was chasing after was a chip in the brain. That's what, dog, I can't make things. No. I haven't. I was told this. I was told.
Well, I just read a chapter in a book talking about that, to where there was like people recorded like hearing like 17 shots, and there could have been like up to like 25 people involved with it.
I think there were at least 2.
At least. I don't know about 17.
I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald did it. I think it was the CIA because JFK was talking about defunding and getting rid of the CIA. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're like, well, we can't have that.
They framed old boy.
Jack Ruby, the guy that killed Lee Harvey Oswald, nightclub owner, involved with the mafia. Why the fuck would he kill a guy, like that, a day after, with like 25 armed police officers around him?
You gotta be ballsy. You know what's gonna happen if you do that.
Yeah. So, I think it's just weird, bro. It's like CIA had dirt on Jack Ruby because he was supplying guns to Cuba and or not Cuba, but somewhere anti-CIA and CIA. He was supplying guns to both of them. And I think the CIA had dirt on Jack Ruby and said, "Hey, go shoot this motherfucker, or we're gonna kill you." And he went and did it.
He had no other choice.
Yeah.
We just figured it out, dog.
We could do a JFK schizopod one day if we wanted to. But
Y'all go crazy, man.
We're gonna respectfully, we're gonna replace you with Steven.
That's fair.
Just for that episode.
I'll be the soundboard guy for that one,
dude.
That's all y'all.
I need somebody. If anybody is watching this that wants to just make like some amount of money, hit me. We'll discuss it amount. All I need you to do is run the board, dog. That's it. Like, it's the easiest job in the world.
I'll let that be known that we don't make any money, or I don't get paid. So I'll take the soundboard job.
If y'all want paid, dog. Listen, I'm not Joe Budden, man. If you want paid, holler at me. We'll make it happen.
When it hits, we'll make it happen. When it hits. But until then,
I'll take the less. Daniel always tells me no, but I'll take the less. If this ever goes off, I'll take the less for y'all to make more.
Whatever, man.
We'll have a staff. I'll pay that out of mine. Like, I'm not.
So like $500 million in 2 years.
Hey, man.
I want that Joe Rogan Spotify money.
Right.
I'm not Joe Budden, man. Y'all ain't gonna Rory and Maul me, man. I'll pay you guys.
Anyway,
and I'll show you the accounting.
What do we got next? Have we got anything else?
That's I had a few little things they pointed out on the trivia on the Wikipedia, where they said stairs and vertical structures are a motif that runs through the entire film, which highlights the social divide between the Parks and the Kims.
That's a really good one.
A lot of the scenes were like
stairs,
straight line, and then you'd see like the other half of the screen would be something going on over there.
And if you noticed, when the flood was happening, the sun comes down the stairs in their neighborhood and stops on the middle stair, and it showed like a picture of angle of his shoes. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Oh yeah.
And
water
maybe
was
that could symbolize his descent back into the sewer from upper class, because
he was getting used to it. They were finally
getting used to it, and then comes back to it, and it's in the worst. Worse. And maybe he thought about maybe turning around at that point.
Well, then I pointed out to you last night, but I didn't have a good enough answer to back up what I was saying. Thank God, IMDb helped me out. The Parks, the rich family, are in their own way parasites as well. Each member of the family is in sore need of a companion, as they can't rely on each other. They can't rely on each other properly.
That's a stretch.
I'm just telling you what they said, man.
I know. I hear you. But I mean, I don't know if it's a parasite. They're just not a good family unit.
I think it's
the
just
mom
like
for sure is a parasite because she needs that housekeeper to do anything.
Yeah,
like she's useless
to survive.
I was curious as to why she was in charge of also paying everybody, because I remember the husband had brought that up at one point.
I don't think because you see that like anytime someone needed to get fired, he wouldn't do it himself. Like his own driver, he wouldn't fire him. He had her do it.
Did he?
I think he had her.
I don't think it ever showed that, did it?
It didn't show it. But
Well, he told her, and she was like, "I'll think of a reason to get rid of him."
I thought that was for the housekeeper.
No, that was for the housekeeper, yeah.
He said that whenever they were doing the driver, he was telling her about it. She's like, "Okay, well, I'll think of something to get rid of him."
Huh.
He said it for both of them.
I don't remember.
Like, he was too.
I don't remember
he was,
for the
he was
driver.
straight too pussy to do anything.
But I don't know if he was too pussy. I wonder, like, maybe, like, that he was just giving her, like, a sense of, like, belonging. Like, hey,
Purpose, maybe?
I mean, technically, because it applies more. Most of everything applied more to her anyway. All he really had was a driver going to him.
What's what I'm saying? She's a parasite. She needed something because she was useless, other than a hole to fill.
I don't think
respectfully.
I wouldn't
That
say
may be
he's
a little too
parasite.
far,
I see
but-
her as an idiot, not a parasite. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because, like, what's the son need? The son doesn't need shit. He's doing his own thing. He didn't
He
get,
didn't need the art therapy. That was something
Yeah,
she
apparently
did
he was
anyway.
playing. He was joking around the entire time.
He didn't give two fucks about shit.
Yeah, what was up with that? Like, nothing ever came of that either, where she was
Another
like,
plot
oh,
hole.
he's just faking it. Like, when he's, like, staring up at the clouds.
Yeah, like, I feel like there's so many empty, like, avenues of, like, things they could have done and they just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the movie just doesn't have any tangible substance.
And then I'd already pointed out the other two that I had, so it's
That's a
we're
wrap
good.
or what?
yeah. I mean, we're right there at an hour. I was giving.
I personally think, like, maybe, like,
Oh, we gotta rate it. We gotta rate the movie.
Yeah, I want to.
I don't think that they were necessarily parasites, but, like, in the sense of, like, they were just not a family unit. You know what I'm saying? Just 'cause, like,
That's how I feel.
they
It's not
just
a good
spent so much
family.
time apart from each other, and then randomly, like, for no specific amount of time, would just be around each other. You know, like, they were supposed to go camping. They didn't even make it a whole night of that. Granted, none of that, it was the weather, so it wasn't
Yeah, it
even on
wasn't their
them.
fault.
But, like, even then, you know, they just never
Well,
spent a lot of real time
I felt like
together.
the dad. It felt like the dad loved his son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't really care about the daughter, because I think he saw the daughter and the mother as kind of one and the same. But I think it was pretty obvious that he cared for his son because he did the walkie talkies and
I think
he
that's more just
he
like
dressed up as
tradition
Indians.
thing, like, just men
Yeah,
are supposed
men
to be,
men
like,
with the boys and
Yeah. especially, like, I feel like over there they're more, like, masculine culture. Like, there's, like, the men are the ones running everything.
yeah.
oh yeah. There's no.
They're a
Never mind.
patriarchy.
Yeah,
I stopped.
yeah.
Don't shoot.
He's a fuck.
Anyway,
But so I don't. Yeah.
What was your movie pick? What are you ranking this movie out of 10?
Me personally, like, I'm going along with Garrett. I'm 6.5, 7.
Oh,
I think I was thinking right about there, man.
I was
It's-
going to say 7. We were right in a similar.
It's
place.
not a great movie. It definitely, like, they could have done more with it, but it wasn't a horrible movie.
I don't know that there's any replay value, but I feel like you would notice things if you watched. I think you would notice more things if you
Probably,
watched it a
like,
second
honestly,
time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm not watching it a second time.
Well, that's what makes it so hard with like a subtitle movie because you're constantly looking up and down,
like,
reading
might
subtitles,
miss
trying.
things on the screen.
Yeah, and like at some points in the movie, it would have like a white background with like white subtitles, and I'd have trouble reading what they were saying, and
Miss what was on
but,
screen,
like
yeah.
but if you can keep your eyes on like a English speaking movie the whole time, you can catch all those little nuances and stuff like that. But you're constantly trying to like read and watch at the same time, which makes it hard. But I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
6 out of 10. It was a good movie for what it was. It helps to like know that you shouldn't go into it looking for like a deeper meaning. It's just like this movie, it is what it is. It's like a little thriller, a little good time movie. to watch.
Fucking comedy when she kicked Shorty down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's
There were some-
solid 6 out of 10.
There were some funny scenes. Let me ask this: the two movies we've watched thus far, 1917 and Parasite, both were in the running for movie of the year at the Oscars, and Parasite won. Do you think that this movie is better than 1917?
no.
But I'm biased. I love war movies and I love history.
And I don't care for either of these types of movies, and I would definitely say 1917 was better.
What's your type of movie?
I just like comedy, man. I hate movies like this where, like, the characters have every opportunity to make the right decisions and they don't, and they're just pieces of shit the whole time, because that just pisses me off. And I don't like being pissed off when I watch a movie. Then, like, Uncut Gems and shit like that, fuck them.
I still need to watch that movie.
But I think the downfall of the two movies that we've reviewed so far is the writing.
Oh, most definitely.
Because for the writing for Parasite, kind of ass, man.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Like we said, like, just intentionally leaving the mom
Making
dense.
the mom stupid. Plot holes of like the sneaking out, and I mean, like it would have been hard to sneak out from underneath that coffee table without them waking up.
And, like,
And
the
then the
mess.
dad did. Yeah,
All the shit that they just like swept to the side and shit. Yeah,
got every single piece and nobody knows.
There was glass. There were bottles that broke.
Like they didn't recognize bottles of their liquor being drunk and shit like that.
I'm laying right here on this couch and there's a coffee table right there. And I'm talking about the dude smelling.
And it's he smells it.
That's the thing. But
he does catch the smell and is like,
That's right.
man, it's weird. Like, and you don't think to like he went to go get up. I feel like, and the mom was like, "Yo, chill. It's not even a big deal."
I mean, maybe. But also, you got to remember earlier, like in that scene specifically, like they were asleep on the couch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the dad was asleep literally on the couch where they were. The poor dad.
Oh, yeah.
He was literally asleep and like, dude, what's up with his face being red the whole fucking time? Honestly, the whole family was. I mean, every scene.
Bro.
Yeah, she was pulling straight off the bottle.
Yeah.
I think that one slid under the radar.
Yeah, it did. It definitely, because I didn't even catch it.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, no, like I said, just overall, it just wasn't my type of movie. It wasn't a horrible movie by any means. It wasn't a bad movie by any means, but it just wasn't my thing.
The category it's in that like little thriller, drama type category.
Yeah.
It's a hit. But like for overall, no, it's a category.
Right there.
Dad is definitely the weakest character, and I wish he would have just like died or went to jail.
I feel like they could have done more with the ending for sure.
Just like the whole point, like, okay, so Shorty stabbed dude with the kebab thing, and he's got like sausages coming out his side and shit. And the dad goes over to grab the keys so he can take his son to the hospital because it's passed out because he saw the ghost killing people. And like, he like holds his nose. Why do you think the dad did that? I'm asking Dr. Garrett.
That was weird. I don't know.
Like, did he like? Could she have pierced anything? Like,
no.
which organ produces bile?
I don't know. I think that was just bad.
Because it's like when you field dress a deer, you know, you nick the shit.
Yeah, that was different.
But like,
I don't think at that moment that would have happened.
But him doing that, and that's what sparked the dad. That was just piss poor writing, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was it. They literally wrote that just to make the dad snap. You know, and had no other reason for that.
Literally, because his daughter is dying right there. They weren't worried about you, dog. Like,
and he had so much adrenaline, and he stops and
unless could I just
his nose, like you're trying to save your son, dude. You're gonna fucking flip that dude over, grab the keys, and go. You're not gonna be like, oh, this dude fucking stinks.
I don't want to grab the keys now. Yeah, like,
fuck off, man. Yeah, bad writing.
oh, he got it.
4 out of 10.
Like, matter of fact, I take my number back. Okay, well,
curious, you was about to say something. What's up?
well, he answered it whenever he was talking, so it doesn't matter. What do you know what we're watching next? Since it's your pick.
Yeah. I wasn't going to do this until Parasite was foreign language, so we're going to double down with another foreign language film, and we're doing All Quiet on the Western Front.
What's the original like language? What is it?
German.
That's the one that he pointed out last time.
I don't remember yesterday, bro.
It's another World War I movie from the German perspective. I don't want to saturate.
They're gonna be the good guys all of a sudden.
No, but I recommend watching it in German with subtitles. It is dubbed, but the dubs fuck up the words.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie.
Okay, so it's a Netflix original. Okay.
Yeah. So I recommend watching it in German. It's better. I mean, it's in my opinion better than Saving Private Ryan.
Never saw that.
Never saw it. Well,
not a fan of war movies.
That may or may not be my next recommendation. No. But yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I don't know, man.
You feel like you have more to talk about?
Like Parasite, man.
There's so much wrong with it. I can't.
We can do it off camera. You know that, right? Like,
yeah, I know. But that's the thing.
We're adults. It's not like we're like on the clock. We got to go home. I don't know about Garrett, but
Garrett
like,
might be. Yeah. It's my Friday.
All right. Well,
I guess that's it. Yeah.
thank you guys for watching another episode of Double D's and G Spot's Unprofessional Movie Reviews. Again, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we post. Follow me. You know, we got the Instagram channel for the channel. We've got snippets on Instagram and TikTok. Interact with us if you like it. Cool. If you don't, that's cool.
What you
too.
think? Yeah. If we missed anything,
if we missed anything, hit
like
us,
some
let
type
us
of symbolism, because I'm not good at that. I'm very like dumb. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't catch shit, and so like if there's anything we missed, like let us know, because I'm genuinely curious. Like, maybe I'm just dumb and it was a good movie, but Wasn't impressed.
Maybe like after so many episodes, we have a fan recommended one.
Okay.
I don't know, but
yeah, put that in the comments too. Any recommendations?
Sorry, Katrina.